Well, what's going on, everybody? StogieFarts here. This is going to be one of those videos. I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm sure it's going to go somewhere. I am smoking, for the very first time, my very first Dunhill pipe given to me by one of my subscribers named Chris. And inside is some of this stuff, which is very good right now. It's the first time I'm having it, so I'm sure my opinion will change as it goes on, but so far I like it. And of course I'm drinking with it a Bloody Mary with about this much of it's vodka and this much of it is tomato juice. Be quiet. Okay, so I was sitting here trying to figure out, what am I going to talk about? Quiet! Shut up! Okay, take two. I had to just smack the heck out of my dog and get the zombie cat out of here because I couldn't friggin' concentrate. This is a very important subject. This is about the time that I actually walked in on my parents having sex. Something that I honestly didn't even remember happened. But when I was sitting here trying to think, what can I possibly talk about? What can I say on this channel that I haven't yet told everybody? I mean, for heaven's sakes, I've been on this channel since 2011. I've said all that I can think of that needs to be saying. So I'm sitting here thinking, what can I possibly share with my wonderful subscribers? Something that they may not know. Something that perhaps they've gone through. And then it hit me. What about that time you walked in on your parents having sex? Like I said, it's not something that I think about. It just popped in my head because it's one of those things I've suppressed in my childhood. But I remember one time I must have been, I would have to say about 8 years old. Maybe 9 years old. It was, it was definitely in elementary school. And I remember I couldn't sleep, and at the time we lived in a 2-story house, and the upstairs was like the TV room. It's where we all hung out and watched movies and whatnot. And I was downstairs. It was, late at night, couldn't sleep, house is quiet, and for some reason I went to go look for my parents. So I got out of my room, and I went into their room, and they weren't there. Now, as a kid, you're not thinking anything. I mean, you're looking for your parents. They're not in their room. Of course, they're probably upstairs in the TV room. So I start walking down the kitchen. This is how I walk. It's sort of like the robot dance. So I start walking down the kitchen. Walk to the stairs. I start tiptoeing up the stairs. Get to the top of the stairs, where there's the door to the TV room. I don't know anything. I open the door right up. Boom!
Boom! Boom!
Eye melt. Brain melt. What am I looking at? My brain couldn't process it. Right there, in front of my face, was my dad on top of my mom. On the couch, the family couch. It was like a bear attacking a deer. It was like a hairy lead blanket strangling a white ghost. It was my brain couldn't even process what was going. It was like, you ever see the movie The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio? You know the scene where the bear attacks him? It was like that, but on the family couch. It was like if you were a big naked man laying on top of a tiny naked woman. It was like that, only it was my parents on the family couch in front of my my little eyes. And that moment in time was like, there's got to be some theory in Einstein's theory of relativity that can explain how that time could suddenly stop. And it seemed like I was there for 10 fucking minutes, staring at what I was looking at. This mixture of like horror, abomination, and like something like love. It was crazy. Bailey, stop it. And I didn't know what to do. They stopped. They looked at me. I didn't know if the bear was going to attack me. It was like a werewolf. A werewolf tearing apart Red Riding Hood. If Red Riding Hood was my mom and naked. It was like time just stopped, and I'm standing there. I didn't know should I move? Am I in trouble? Did I do something wrong? Why are you naked? Like, this is before you don't know what sex is. You don't, at least I didn't. But I knew I probably shouldn't be witnessing that just based on, like, the look on their eyes of, like, oh my God, what is happening here? We both had the same look on our face. The oh my God, what is happening look. My mom had it. My dad had it. I had it. So we're all staring at each other. Me, quivering in my little size 4 feet. My parents, naked, laying there, just like it was like a stare-off. It was like the Wild Wild West. If in the Wild Wild West, it was like a child against 2 naked people laying on top of each other. That is what it was. And all of a sudden, I freaked out. The blood came back to my head, and I turned around, and I went back downstairs, walking back. Actually, I wasn't walking. This is my run. I was run right back into my room, and I started crying because I knew something was wrong. I knew I interrupted something. I knew they weren't just talking, because you don't talk laying on top of each other naked. And shortly thereafter, I believe my mom came into my room, and she was trying to tell me everything's okay, and I'm not in trouble, and just, it's okay. What was I doing? What did I need? And I don't even know. I was just so scared and blah, blah, blah. So they had to calm me down. And from that day forward, I've never, ever walked up a flight of stairs, and I haven't gotten a good night's rest in the last 35 years. True story. Has anything like that ever happened to you before? If it has, let's leave a comment below and let's share it so the whole world can know. So the whole world can know. We can all just enjoy each other in our embarrassment. Okay, so one of the things I like to do now is switch to a live format and see what you guys are saying in real time so we can interact with each other. So let's check that out. What's up, Christina? Smoking some of this. This is what, if you saw my last video, this is what was given to me on Christmas Day inside of the new Dunhill pipe. Well, it's not new. It's new for me, but it's 1976 Dunhill. And this was given to me by Chris. And it is very good. It is a Virginia. It's a dark Virginia blend. And smells fantastic. And let me see if it has a description on here. And all it really says is it's a dark Virginia blend. But it's very good. If you like Virginias, I recommend it. Thanks, you like that? You know, for a Dunhill, you know, if you're new to pipe smoking, or let's say you've been a pipe smoker for a while and you've always wondered, what's up with these Dunhills? I mean, why does everyone want a Dunhill, talk about a Dunhill? Why are they so expensive? I can already tell from this very first smoke why They're such great pipes. I mean, it's very lightweight, but it smokes incredibly well. It is just, it's smooth. It's just the perfect, it's like the perfect little pipe. And I can see what all the hype is about. So yeah, just out here, California, of course, where I live. Very overcast. You can kind of see behind me. That's not like the tunnel of heaven, the whiteness of heaven coming down. That is actually just like a hazy, white, foggy afternoon. And I'm just chilling out here with my dog Bailey. He's already gotten in trouble because he's been eating everything. Look at him. Hey, dummy. Hey, dummy, you're on YouTube. Look at all that torn up grass that he's been eating. I don't know what he's eating there. It's either something from a tree or a cockroach. Little shithead. That's what I've been doing. Awesome Beat Boy, no, I'm not watching football. I'm about to watch my dog get his ass kicked. Hey! You little shithead. Get over here. Oh, crap. Did I just step in crap? I know there was a turd around here. Oh, there it is. Get back. Get back, you little craphead. No, I don't watch football. If I'm at somebody's house that's watching football, I'll watch it. I'm a baseball fan, which is really funny to say because most people that are football fans don't like baseball. They think it's slow. They think it's boring. I used to be like that. I used to think it was slow and boring, and why would anybody watch it? But if you really start getting into baseball and watching it, it's anything but boring. It's crazy. If you love a sport like football, if you love football, you gotta wait a whole week to watch your team play. That kind of sucks. You wait all week for one game. If you love baseball, they literally can play sometimes 14 days in a row. Every single day there's a game. And that's awesome. Especially, and there's rivalries, there's emotion. I mean, sometimes they get in fights, the whole bench is clear and all the teams get up and brawl. I mean, it's got everything. So I really love baseball. That's what I really watch. I can't wait for baseball season. And when it comes on, I'm watching it every single day. Sup, Paul McCoy? Yeah, this dog eats everything. Now, if I wasn't doing a video right now, I'd be playing with him. So he would be, he would be supervised. But the very fact that I'm watching you and I'm not watching him, he's over there getting in all kinds of trouble. He thinks it's just like being at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. He's just having a ball, no supervision, doing whatever he wants to do. Hey! I'm gonna put you inside, misters. Oh man, he just flipped me off. I kid you not, that dog just looked right up at me and went like this. Bailey! Don't you flip me off. Yeah, don't flip me off. I really am an animal lover. But not when I'm trying to do YouTube videos. That's where I draw the line. Then I become an animal slayer. Alright, trying to catch up on the chat here. Hey man, I'm also a home brewer and have started researching aquaponics. I was wondering if it's possible to grow hops in an aquaponics system. I don't see why not. You would only have to check to see if hops are somehow poisonous to fish. For example, you technically should not grow tobacco in aquaponics because the tobacco plant can be harmful to fish. So if a leaf falls in the water and then it leaches stuff out, it can hurt the fish. I don't know if hops are like that. But there's ways you can design a system, an aquaponic system, where the plants don't have any chance of falling into the water where the fish are. So I would just say look into it, and I would probably give it a shot. I mean, that'd be something I'd be curious about doing. Do you think the lower end Dunhills are still so good smokers? I have to be honest, I'm not a Dunhill connoisseur. I don't know much about them. I just know I always wanted one, and every time I saw one, they were a lot of money. I mean, like $300. So I don't know where this ranks as far as, you know, on the Dunhill scale. We did look it up, and we believe this is a 1976 Dunhill. And so I don't know if that's high scale, low scale. The right person to ask would be Chris, who's, you know, Dunhill Man UK. He would know as far as rankings, but this right now, I can already tell this thing smokes like a dream. It's got a real thin shank, and it just, the airflow feels great. This tobacco is really good. It's actually, the ash is burning like to a fine, really fine white ash, which is always a good sign that it is burning every single piece down. Have you ever tried Peterson's Irish Whiskey? Asked Poker Nerds. I believe I have. I don't know if I can recall a whole lot either way about it. It wasn't something I tried and said I want to make sure I always have it on me. So I either gave it away or I still have it somewhere in my tobacco area. Because I got so much stuff in there, it's like not even funny. It's like a maze of just pipes and tobacco. It's fantastic. But I don't know if if I got a lot of thoughts on it either way. The main whiskey tobacco that is my go-to, as you guys, most of you know, is Frogmorton Cellar. That, hands down. Paul McCoy says, nice hat, by the way. Yeah, this is sort of my smoking outfit, if you will. So it's been so cold I gotta wear a beanie, but I want to wear like beanies that I go dress up. You know, I have like nicer beanies that I wear when I go out places. I don't want to wear those when I'm smoking a pipe. So obviously I go with the Dagners, my boys, the Dagners. That's my perfect smoky beanie. I always seem to wear this jacket, my Monterey jacket. So I got this in Monterey, California, which is a fantastic place. If you ever go to California, I highly recommend going to Monterey. VCore2, what's going on? From Croatia. That's awesome. Isn't that awesome that we can, like, just with a click of a button, you can go online and just meet and interact with people from all over the place? I think that's fantastic. Awesome Beep Boy wants to know what my favorite baseball team is. The SF Giants, for two reasons. One, SF, StogieFarts, and two, San Francisco's like basically an hour away from my house. So growing up in the Bay Area, California, you only had two teams. You had the San Francisco Giants or the Oakland A's. I was a Giants fan. So, but I didn't really get into baseball as a young kid. I really only got into baseball the last 5 or 6 years, but for the last 4 years, maybe 5 years, definitely 4 years, I have not missed a single game. I watched every single game. We try and take the family to physically go to the ballpark and watch a game there because it's so fun, and it's just a great time. Christoph says he wants to smoke his pipe after this live stream. Hey, I don't blame you. I'm the same way. I see people smoking a pipe, and I just want to smoke a pipe too. I also get like that when I drink. So if I have alcohol, I want to smoke a pipe. Hey! Stop it! Oh my god, I'm going to kill this dog. Mr. Hangfire wants to know, where am I getting my estate pipes from? Find and fix yourself or purchase ready to go? Well, I was fortunate enough that one of my subscribers gave me this one, this Dunhill. And as far as other estate pipes, I think I've had... Well, I only have a few estate pipes in my collection, but I want to say all of them were actually given to me. So I've been pretty fortunate about that. But you can get some on eBay. There's a lot of people selling estate pipes on eBay. As long as they got a good seller rating, nothing wrong. As long as they're cleaned up, I have no problem smoking estate pipes. Poker Nerds wants to know if I ever vape. No, I don't. Believe it or not. I could if I wanted to, but I I just like smoking pipes and cigars mainly, and I've just never had an urge, a desire to vape. It just never have. Paul McCoy wants to know if I've ever smoked Samuel Gawith 1792 flake. Yes, I have. Good stuff. Very good flake tobacco. If you haven't tried it, for you guys who haven't tried Samuel Gawith 1792, try it. Pipe and Music wants to know what my favorite blends are on cold days. Well, I'm really digging this right now. I like Dunhills. So anything, usually non-aromatics are really good on cold days for me. It's just more of a toasty blend, full-bodied blend. It goes really well with just being cold in general. Yeah, Yorkshire Redneck wants to know what my favorite baccy is. It changes, man. It changes all the time. So I can't really say what my favorite is. I'm digging the Dunhills. I'm digging Frogmortons. I'm digging Cornell and Deal's. Has some good aromatics. Those are my go-tos right now. Blake wants to know if I've had any luck growing tobacco. I've never tried it. One of my goals is to redesign the aquaponics system to have a sort of a offshoot of it, so it kind of plug in the water and siphon it around to a separate area that I can try and grow it. I don't want to grow it right next to the fish because, like I said earlier, tobacco is actually poisonous to pets. So you don't want to have leaves where a dog can get it, leaves that fall into the water where fish can eat it. But it's something I definitely want to try one of these times, is to try and grow tobacco. If anything, just for the fun of it. They're beautiful plants. I mean, if you just take the smoking of the leaves aside, they're really big plants, big leaves. It's really a beautiful plant. Wilfredo wants to know, what material do I look for when buying a pipe? Plastic, wood, etc. Well, first of all, never plastic. Never ever buy a plastic pipe. Not unless you want to have poisoning, plastic poisoning. So I usually go for briar. So briar wood to me is the best material for a pipe. But there's also morta. There's also meerschaum. There's also corncob pipes. Things of that nature. Yeah, clay pipes are another type of material that you can smoke. Good thing about clay pipes, true story, is I went camping once with Jason McNary, who some of you may know here on YouTube. He had a clay pipe. It was getting dirty. You know what he did? He threw it in the middle of a campfire, blazing hot campfire, and went to bed. Woke up the next morning, took it out, brushed it off. It was good as new because the fire just melts away any old tobacco or anything off of it. It doesn't destroy the clay because it's made basically in a stove. So that's the way you clean it. You just threw it in a fire and then he took it out when he was done. Smoking Barrel wants to know if you can mix different species of koi. Yeah, I got 3 koi in there. I can't tell you what the hell kind they are. Just know they're fish. You just throw them in there, and then usually if you got a system that is big enough and a wide diversity, they'll start breeding, and you'll have little baby koi swimming all over the place. Favorite drugstore tobacco? I don't have a favorite. I guess Captain Black maybe, because that's made by Lane Limited, who makes a lot of great things like 1Q. Carter Hall is another one that I remember liking that I haven't smoked in a while, but I was pleasantly surprised at Carter Hall. Alright, well that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys liked it. As always, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.